Alright, time for the Module 4 reflection. Heck yeah. Um, so I think as a teacher, you need to have like the foundational knowledge of media technology, resolution, expression. I think the real need for that is just because like, we're so technology based anymore. I think it's necessary to have the knowledge for this stuff because you're gonna have kids come up with you. You may be a math teacher, an English teacher. You're gonna have kids come up to you and they're gonna have questions about this about technology because it's integrated so much into our lives now that even kids, they're gonna have, they might have 3 or 4 different pieces of technology and their parents might not know the stuff about it. So as teachers, since we're spending 8 hours a day with students, we need to know the basics and at least the foundational knowledge, if not much higher, so that we can help these kids and answer their questions. It's also a big deal because with resolution, you want to make sure that if you're sharing videos or photos, as a teacher, if you're sending them out through email, you want to know exactly like what size. You don't want to send this super huge file that people can't open up, or they open up this image in like the email and it takes up a huge portion of the email because you don't have the resolution correct. And then what did I learn from those sections on technology, resolution, compression? First off, I learned that .tiff file is a higher quality. I really hadn't heard much about it. I knew about the JPEG, and I know the JPEG is the most common, but I didn't realize that this TIFF file, that it's a lot higher quality of a file. For video files, I didn't realize. I knew they were larger, but I didn't realize that they're actually like quite a bit larger than just your regular images. So they're going to take up a lot more space, which is why with phones anymore, if you take a lot of videos, it's going to cram up the space. And I know for me, I don't want to go out and pay whatever 40-50 bucks for the iCloud, that extra storage. I'm kind of a cheapy when it comes to spending my money. But also, I learned about compression that it uses a lot of math and algorithms with the compression, and I didn't realize that you didn't actually lose quality. I thought when you compressed a file that you would lose quality, but I actually learned that you can compress a file but not lose quality. And I also learned that you can make it smaller with the compression, but you can't make it bigger. So you want to make sure that it is big enough so that it can be seen. You want this like tiny little picture that nobody can see. And then I also learned there's no need to capture in like high quality unless you're going to do like a high quality print or something from it, because it's not, there's no need. If you're just like sharing on Facebook, you don't need this like 4K picture or something. And then my experience with the Prezi, some challenges. It was kind of trying to figure it out at first, like how to do this stuff. The tutorial wasn't like super helpful. It helped out a little bit, but this was my first time working with Prezi, and I'd seen people give presentations on it, and they were good, but I just don't know that I like it, because you can like just tap anywhere, double tap anywhere, and write on it. I kind of like the PowerPoint to where it's everything's kind of in line. You have this template, and you got your header, and then you can put other sections. You can divide it into 2 on the bottom. The Prezi is just kind of all over the place, and it's harder to get everything like even, or at least from my knowledge so far with working with it, it was kind of tough. Just trying to figure out, get stuff organized, and I would have like these small little circles for the paths, so it was kind of hard for me to like blow it up too, so that I could get it to where it kind of looked right from like the overview page. and then I was trying to figure out. I had trouble with like the arrows, trying to get them smaller. Um, I just I'm more of a PowerPoint guy. I mean, I know part of it is I'd have to really like test out the Prezi with a few more like presentations, working on it with it. But as of right now, I'd just go ahead and stick with PowerPoint. This Prezi just is just not impressive to me. And then the third question: describe your experience working with the Screencast-O-Matic. I actually like downloaded the Screencast-O-Matic, and so that possibly in the future I could go ahead and use it. I didn't really have any challenges. I mean, it downloaded right away, no problem. Uploaded it, or I mean, opened it up, tried it out, worked perfectly fine. It just said make sure the green bar is going up when you're speaking. It did, and hit record. Got the whole shebang going. It wasn't bad. I really I really don't mind. I mean, I think it's a really simple product to work with, and I different ways I could see myself using it. Um, anytime I want to give uh, some helpful tips with a computer, or even if I had like a tablet and I did this like screen capture, or like a touch screen where I could go to like a note page, I could actually like write equations out or something in my math classroom and show a few examples for kids. Just for if someone's missing class for a sporting event or something like that, I could go ahead and do a few examples and put that online so it's viewable for the kids that are missing class. That way, they can kind of learn without having to like come straight to me. They could hopefully learn from that and then not have to ask me for questions later on. I could use it for that. I mean, it anything technology, like anything I want to show help. I mean, if I want, especially like projects, I could demonstrate kind of how to set up like a project if we were using Excel, or if we're doing like a PowerPoint presentation, or even like going to a certain website that I want the kids to go onto. I could use that to show them where they need to go, how to access certain things that I want done. And since I'm probably going to be a coach, it'll be super helpful for like the last class or two of the day if I'm missing for like a cross country meet, basketball game, track meet, something like that. I could use this, and instead of having the substitute teacher maybe being like, oh, I don't even know how to use this, like you guys are on your own, I could have the substitute teacher show this video to the class and help it make the class more productive while I'm not there. So I think it'd be a wonderful thing to use.